In our culture, if you don't have cow, then you wouldn't be able to get married. Basically, you have to pay 100 cow.
Definitely, if a guy doesn't have a dowry, your family, they will not give you to that guy. They will definitely refuse.
Normal cow is like 1,000 American dollars. It's a lot of money. If you're getting married now, you have to pay 70,000 cash.
In the past, there was clearly some cultural traits into why people did it, but now it seems much more commercial. You're the daughter of this person, you're educated, you're beautiful, you're tall, you're that, so more and more and more.
It's a pressure because in a way it's expected it has to be done. With all the difficulties that comes with it, you can't say you're not going to do it.
Aye lwel wa buru wa pin buku la du ku buku weda buku gol wa ci gaw
alib ke tedi kudik aben tier kudik edong
I'm going just walking down like a princess.
Yeah, this is your day.
It's so cute, yeah, I love it.
Take like 8 hours of talking because what my in-law family said, they say they need 100 cow, but I didn't have 100 cow. And they already knew that I'm a youngster. I didn't work for a long time, so they understand. So they just say, okay, whatever you have now, give it to us, we don't really mind.
alib ga te di kudik ku ja din cha ro pa ga datam ku ja tier be war da cha da kam so yen ga ti che ting da ko.
My name is Chol Kwalgoch. I'm from Southern Sudan.
I know.
Came here to Australia like 6 years ago. Went to language school. Then I went to TAFE, did some courses, and then I just get myself a job. And then I've been working 3 years basically to be able to afford 100 cow. I try everything I could because I really want to marry my wife. I worked like 2 jobs before. I pay like 55 cow by myself, and then my uncle he paid 10 cow, and then my mom he gave me like around 5 cow. Then after they accepted what I have, I was pretty happy, I have my missus now, and if you love your missus, you have to pay it.
the minimum is 30 cows, but the maximum you can just rent as you want if you are rich, and it depends from the other side of the man.
And how many cows did you get tonight?
Tonight we got 70 cows.
I was so happy. I don't know which word to use, but yeah, I was so happy because that's the only day I've been waiting for. And finally, the wedding was so perfect and I love everything. My name is Saja Ajit. I'm from South Sudan, Dinka. When my family asks for Chol to give them the dowry, it's like exchange of something because of how they raised me up, how I went to school, and all these things that they spent on me. That's why they ask him so that he can bring dowry for exchange to pay them back.
What if Chol wasn't able to pay the dowry? What would have happened?
Oh, they will definitely refuse. They will never give me to him. Yeah. They need to, they expect the dowry. If you don't have them, you will not get a girl.
Dinka and where they keep cattle, and mostly they're paying in terms of cattle. Other tribe can pay some goats, like maybe 10 goat or 12 goat, or 2 donkeys or 2 camels and all that. So compared to other tribes, I think Dinka is the most expensive in South Sudan and Nuer. If you haven't paid a dowry, some people will be discontented when you say my wife or my children, because technically they are not members of your family because you haven't met your obligation.
I haven't paid the dowries yet, or not as much as is acceptable or is usually demanded. My name is Tito Pal. I'm usually known in the community as Tut Pal, and that's my Sudanese name. I've been in Australia since 2003, about more than 12 years now, coming close to 13 years. We live here in a family, got our 2 beautiful daughters. We are a family, but as far as the traditional steps are concerned, I haven't taken those steps yet. There are things that are a lot difficult to do now than would have been if we were all in South Sudan. Back home, there would be a herd of cattle. That's for the family. Part of that will go towards your dowry if you're a man that's going to get married. That's not the case here. So the dowry here falls on the person or the young person themselves, on the man. It means a real pressure and a real struggle to try to get that done, as well as running a family like mine. I've got a mortgage, kids, looking after families back home. It also plays in the social side of things. If you haven't done it, you get asked, when are you going to do it? Why are you not doing it? Do you have intention of doing it? Those sort of questions.
I've been asked, even my nieces and nephews, they'll be like, you've had 2 kids now, where is the wedding? My name is Nyaba Nariakdal. I am from South Sudan. I have been in Australia since 1995. That makes it about 20 years. We nearly did it a couple of years ago, but things went really bad in the country and we weren't able to go because the family were, some of them passed away, some of them were displaced, sort of thing. So we had to park it until things have. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. And if someone asks, then I just tell them that's what it is, it had to be postponed. Our family have been understanding and they trust Tito that he will eventually, when time comes, he will pay what he needs to pay, what is asked of him.
My family-in-law are very understanding. They come from a background where they value individuals' choices and allow people to make their own plannings and do things when it's right. That has helped.
Right now, no?
It's likely that it will change because of the economic structures here and because of the young people's view. Most of them don't see the need for it anymore. Having said that, initially it will have resistance. So bringing it up will be difficult. Even if a young person wants to talk about it, it will be dismissed. God, what do you know about dowries? This is how we've always done it. It's not going to change.
I've always seen the dowry system not to be consistent with the things that it says to stand for. So for example, they say, the dowry system stands for respecting the fact that the family has raised this woman. But then the question is, why don't you pay the same for the boys? Because boys have equally been raised by their family. My name is Nyadol Nguyen. I came to Australia in 2005 with my family of 10. Gone to school, studied. I just started a new role, training as a graduate lawyer. Something that my mother has been raised up with. It's something that is part of identity, something that she sees as recognizing an effort in bringing us up as good South Sudanese women, whatever that means to her, however she appreciates that. Because of the conflict in South Sudan, where I was raised in a refugee camp, I don't think I have as much insight as to what it really means as a whole for her, the system of the dowry system itself. There's also the question of how does that influence the status quo of women in a society? Because a man can pay for the dowry, what does that mean? Does that mean that I have lesser rights to my children, for example? Does that mean that it makes it more difficult to divorce? Because if I divorce, then my family have to refund back that dowry that might have been spent already. the Australian law is not going to refund you. You're not going to go to court and say, well, you know, I paid $60,000 for this woman, you know, in the dowry. I would like that to be refunded in some way.
Sometimes they need to be aware that if that man is behaving that way and saying my children, that is what they are referring to, because they believe that the dowry gives them the permanent membership of their children to be the member of that family.
I would prefer that nobody pays dowry for my daughter. That's my position. I'd rather use that money, you know, in this really expensive world, put it in a bank account for them and hope that, you know, they can put out a deposit for a house or something.
For my daughters, 80 cows each, I'm gonna be wealthy. For my daughters, I don't really know what will happen in their time. I can't say it won't be part of what we do, even if it only means being done in a symbolism as a step that we take in this process. Maybe not 80 cows, but something small that symbolizes dowry.
I'm okay continuing it because it is unique, and the day that it happens is such a happy day. You see the mothers of the bride and the aunties. It's such a proud moment. It takes them back to the day the girl was born and to have come of age, you know, and to celebrate it in this way with people who have come and are willing to pay something so they can take. It's just so much fun.
He does everything that I need. He always makes me happy. And he treats me like a princess. Yeah, I love him.
What I love about my missus, she listens to what I say. She really reads my brain. And she's a good cook, so pretty good. so yeah, everything is good. I'm happy.